Welcome back. I am going to be getting back into Solana gaming videos and talking about the games building on blockchain of Solana majority. So Solana gaming with Barndog. It's been that since early last year, and I'm keen to be getting back into the videos. So obviously, as an ambassador of STEPN, my time was very hugely put into that, but I've left the ambassadorship. I'm no longer associated with STEPN. I'm not being paid by any project, any gaming company, anything like that. And it's cool to be able to get in and do some information. So obviously I've made it very public about my break from STEPN. I'm not going to be bullied and threatened to tell people a certain avenue and what to do in the games and what they're doing at the team there based on one person. I'm not going to be, I'm just not going to put up with that shit. I think Web 3.0, we've got a chance to be able to really change things for the positive for people. Now, there's a lot of risk involved in putting your money into projects, all projects. So I lost big on the FTX saga and the dramas that happened there. So I've been in many games that have rugged through lack of experience in managing the games, through just launching an NFT and then not doing anything, through obviously the inexperience, not knowing how to build, all those kinds of things, maybe trying to have too big a design and too many grand scheme of things to do it and not being able to deliver. So make sure when you're investing in blockchain gaming, any kind of blockchain gaming, you do your risk analysis. Consider the money lost. You just cannot do it at the same time. Why am I doing it? I love gaming. I'm a traditional gamer. Before I found STEPN, I was doing more about the traditional games. I want to find the next World of Warcraft, the next Clash of Clans, the next League of Legends, but I want to find it on blockchains. I want to find it with Solana specifically because I found a lot of friends in the space, and I love the hacker houses. I love the blockchain. I love where it's headed. I think it's a great gaming blockchain. There are other blockchains out there as well that are very good as at the same time. So a lot of the games as well aren't specifically on chain. A lot of games are building in their own clients, and they only do the transactions through wallets on chain. So you don't get that big nasty Ethereum bill every single time. So there's learning a lot. I've had to grow up in the space. I've been spat out the corporate asshole as a marathon runner. I did 2 marathons in 3 weeks in the space of October and November. Had a really great time. So I'm absolutely going to be continuing the running side of things. I'd love to be able to do more marathons around the world. Of course, as coming out doing these marathons, the gamification of STEPN did help me with my own brain. I worked very, very hard and came out a marathon runner doing just under 3 hours at Athens. It was an amazing experience. So I want to talk about some of the games that I'm in. I don't want to go into too much detail in them, but all of these top projects here are games that I've got NFTs in, and the ones with the little circles at the start, they're games that, you know, projects that I'm very, very excited with. Let's even put a special thing here. Blank Souls, anything to do with them. They're about merch. They're linking up with projects. They've done one Solana shoe. They've got a second one planned. They've just done something with Monkey Rejects. I love the space of merch. It's helping bringing in Web 2.0, Web 3.0. The Solana Spaces partnership they did with the Solana shoe specifically looked like a bowling shoe. I've also got a pair. I've got a pair up the back here. These are their first shoe that I actually got off of a crypto thing. So there's a lot of shoes being made by different projects out there. There's one on Ethereum called Donkey Kicks. They reached out to me and I had a bit of a chat to them. There is lots involved in that kind of physicality. So the Degeneverse as well. So the Degen Apes, they're very big at the same time, linked into Solana Spaces. They're doing coffee shops, their own coffee. I think they're doing an alcohol brand. Potentially, was it tequila or vodka? But I think the Degeneverse, the Degen Apes, the Bears, the Pandas, I've got one of each of those. I think that they're going to be potentially something that is great for Solana and potentially a Bored Ape Yacht Club for Solana. Defy Land, I'm still very keen on. ISPA Chain, I think, are going to do a great set of games. Kaiju cards. Photo Finish, huge horse racing game on Solana. They've had previous success on mobile gaming, and they've already done 2 before, under 3rd time. Solana Monk Business, obviously, I think they're going to be a huge DAO and project for Solana long term. The Remnants, I talk about them a fair bit. Zulana. These are my most preferred projects. I've got NFTs in all of those. Obviously, Gamerplex. I love John. I think he's great for Solana in Australia. Solana, Gyrus, Australian project. Metagates got a lot of the first NFTs minted for like 0.22 Solana way back in January. Was it December, January? So these guys have been around for a long time. They're building. They're in Thailand, I believe it is now. Pixels. I don't have a lot to do with that. That was given to me. Savannah building a metaverse. Other things to look at: Audius, CryoWar, DFit, Genopets, Portals. Why have I got those all in there? Audius being a decentralized platform for artists, for music and stuff like that. I listen to a lot of Audius throughout the day. CryoWar is going to be a great mobile game. I've got some of their tokens. DFit's actually on Ethereum, and Genopets is on Solana. They're move to earn styled games. Anything that is pushing people in towards potentially getting a good habit. Do I think people are going to get rich? That happened in Steppen where people got 30-day ROIs. I don't think that's going to happen again in the move to earn sector. But anything that can force that habit along and continue to do it, then I think that's great. I think those games, DFit has 350 paid users, about 2,000 daily active users. So they're not huge, but I think they're going to be a good potential. Both those games have free-to-play versions. So you can experiment, you can test it, you can see whether you like it, and there's information aplenty on both games. Portals, I think, is the best metaverse on Solana. Now, games to take care of are games that I've done spaces on before. Shade, Bitspawn, Chainmyth, Crypto Straps, Dole Society, Knife Fork Spoon, which became Game HUD, Lux, Metaforge, and SGF United. Now, I haven't heard from a lot of these. I haven't done a lot of research on a lot of these. Some of these I just bought NFTs for, sat them in my wallet and forgot about them. I did spaces with, I believe, all of those games. So there's a lot out there to look at. There's a lot to think about, and definitely take care. Anything you put into a game could potentially be lost. Always think of it like that. So treat it as that. Me personally, I'm a traditional gamer. I want to see games build out over the time. So I'm not doing a lot of trading. A lot of the times I just buy it. And how many games can you actually actively look at and follow? It's always the thing as well. So some of these games, I was looking at Remnants because I actually just wanted to track in here. It was yesterday, because I've been watching the zombie Remnants for quite a while. Yesterday, 70 soul, 75 soul, 70 soul, 50 soul. 4 of the zombies sold yesterday. It was an interesting day because I've been watching them for a while, wanting one to come back around that 50 soul. So someone must have put in offers for them. And unfortunately, they all sold out. So the cheapest one now is like 120. I've got one zombie remnant. And because he came with a couple of finished items, there was the GPS and the trolley. You can't see him on there. So he had these 2 items that I use on a different remnant. I loved it. So for me, it's a idle staking game. A lot of people don't enjoy it. They think it's kind of shit. It's boring. I like it. I like that they're doing it. They've been building for over 12 months. I like what they're doing with Longwood Labs, and definitely keen to see what's happening further down the track. Defy Land, I've been hot on these guys since the start. These to me are the OG of Solana gaming. They were the first game that's continued to build. Cope did something. But then there was these guys. They've done multiple skins for Halloween twice now. They've done Christmas. So I expect they'll have a Christmas skin coming out soon. All their pets and stuff, you can send them out on trips now and you can get in-game tokens. I don't play this strictly as a free-to-play game. I've got a couple of tokens put away on a radium farm, and I use those to sometimes hand in for some DFL, sometimes to hand in for some Goldie tokens. But I am actively upgrading my pets. My cat's going. I've only got the one cat. I had a mate send me a chook. So what do I do with the chickens? I am going to feed it, get my gold, and then I'm going to send him away to upgrade. So, like I said, I don't exactly play this as a ROI. I'm not interested. Well, it's not that I'm not interested. Everybody wants money, of course. So, 170 Goldie tokens. That's worth less than a cent per token. Now, obviously, you need to then go and repair your token. This is a token sink. So that's been a net positive 150 Goldie tokens. And I've repaired him up. You don't want to let that go under 90%, I'm told. So what do I do? Straight away, you can see I'm spending more tokens than I'm earning. Why? want to see the game, how they build out, and this is for me enjoyable. So games need to work out. Can they find players? Can they keep them interested? Can they keep them in the ecosystem, potentially spending tokens back in the game? I think DeFi Land are doing a great job. You can see I'm wearing a DeFi Land shirt. I got this in Lisbon at the Breakpoint Gaming Day. So definitely keen to see how they build out. My duck is fully upgraded. So you can see he's got 1.2 out of 13.9 energy. I've already done his daily today, and you can see fully upgraded. So sometimes your pets go away and they get you a raffle ticket. And I've got one free ticket. You can see I've got 0 on hand, but I've got 1 ticket in this. Maybe I'll win an NFT. So it's cool to see things. You can also name your NFTs in this game. Kaiju cards had these Genesis quests, and they've just stopped it as of this morning at 7 a.m. my time, and I sent away my 4 Kaiju. So I've only got 2 commons and 2 uncommons. Not hardcore. I think that might be about maybe 6 to 7 Solana. It's not a lot. But I did see Mike live in Lisbon. I think the demo for the beta, the alpha, whatever you want to call it, I think that was actually quite good. I think it'll be enjoyable to play. It's got some gameplay. It's turn-based. It made me think live at the spot. So definitely enjoyable. Project Loon have got a massive team, and I've been impressed with them from the very beginning. Now, I've only got 1 NFT. I've got the founding Star Garden, minted that way back in, I think it might have been not November. And they're good. Like every day you can go and try and catch a creature, and I caught one today. It gives you a little bit of extra experience. You can see I'm 1500 of 2200 through level 4. At level 5 I get a common trait pack level 1. That's for the Oramas, which is Oramaru, however you pronounce it. And that was a free mint if you owned a founding Star Garden. So I've got something like 16 NFTs for Project Loon based off the very first founding Star Garden. And that minted for 3 Solana way back in November. It wasn't a low mint cost back then. Now 3 Solana's less than $50. We're looking at $14 each, $28, $42. So you look at the fact that Solana is very low. Taking a risk in some of these games is very low. You can see I've got the DGen Ape Academy there as well. I've got chain staking. So I've got my NFT stake for that, but we haven't heard much from the team. Are they going to produce anything? I think they are one of the teams that are going to struggle to produce something. So be careful with a lot of these games. So in short, there are a lot of games I'm excited to continue to hold on to continue to talk to. I tried downloading Eyes Per Chain, but they're doing updates at the moment. So they've taken their downloads off, but they had a fully playable multiplayer game that you could play on chain. So there are games that you can actively play. And to me, that was a mixture between Diablo and World of Warcraft. It was actually a decent and enjoyable game. I've got time to get out there and do interviews again, to do stages. There are plenty of exciting games that I saw at the Breakpoint event where they had 30 to 40 games present. They had 20 to 30 showing a presentation live. They had booths. And it was really cool to meet them and shake hands with people that I've done interviews and spaces with. I want to do more. I definitely want to keep getting in with and dirty and playing some of these games. I want to see gaming grow in front of me. Blockchain gaming, whilst risky, has a great chance to be able to own your asset. And if you don't enjoy it, you sell that asset and move into another game. Of course, there's risk involved, but then I've been a gamer my whole life, and I've spent 10 to 15 years playing World of Warcraft, where I had up to 4 accounts at one stage. We're spending $60 a month. So whether you look at it that way and go, well, at the end of that, you've got nothing anyway, because you can't do anything with those assets. With some of these games, you've got a chance to make money, or you've got a chance to potentially buy more assets within the game. Do your research. Make sure you know who is talking about what. So as a traditional gamer, I'm more interested in finding games I can play. I'm not a first-person shooter player, so I'm not overly stressed with researching the games for first-person shooters. Sergeant Savage is going to send me some video clips of some of them because he's a first-person shooter. So the guy's played Warzone pretty much every night. But because I'm not a big first-person shooter, I haven't really played them since 2002. I look at other games. I'd love to see some games like Metaversium. I'm going to do a bit of a look into them. I did meet one of the team at Breakpoint. And Metaversium's a sim building game, so I'm definitely keen to find something like Civilization. Something like World of Warcraft would be cool as well. But those sim building games, if you know any, hit me up. Put them in the comments down below. But other than that, hope I've helped. Thank you, Mother, for the rabbits.